Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a gender reveal centerpiece for all of my mommies to be. Here we go. Today's video is going to be very easy to make, and best of all, it's going to be very affordable. Let's get started. I'm going to be using 5 of these large square picture frames from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree also has another square picture frame but smaller, so don't get them confused. This one is going to be a 12-inch by 12-inch. And the first thing I'm going to do is turn this over and take out all the content from inside. And I'm only going to keep the glass. So you can dispose of the frame or save it for another project. Before I build my box, I have to trace the words boy, question mark, well, question mark is a symbol, and the word girl on my glass. And to trace these letters, I'm going to be using this very thin white paint Sharpie, and then I have this thicker white paint marker to fill it in. I'm going to start with the word boy and the question mark. This is a basic printout from my computer. I picked the font that I wanted and I blew it up to 220. There are 2 ways that you can trace your words, and number 1 is placing your paper right under the glass and tracing over, but you'll be able to see or feel the marker on top, or you can turn your paper over and trace the words backwards. In this way, the letters and the marker will be in the inside of the glass and it will look a little bit more polished. Having the marker in the outside looks nice as well, but if you want the look to be a little bit more polished and, you know, be in the background, is also really nice, which is what I'm gonna try to go for. So that means that I have to trace my letters backwards. All right, wish me luck. And here it is. This is how you make words to be in the inside. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make the word girl and a couple of question marks, and I'll be right back. And here they are. I'm very pleased with it. I'm always nervous when I make letters because I'm kind of shaky. I drink way too much coffee all the time, so my hands are never steady. But yeah, now I'm ready to put this together with some E6000 and my hot glue. So my question marks are going to be my front and back, and my boy and girl are going to be my sides. I'm going to start with this question mark here because I think it's better than that one. I know, right? They're the same, but to me this one looks better. I'm going to add some E6000 to the middle of the glass. As neat as possible. And then I'm going to apply some hot glue wherever I didn't apply the E6000. And I need a new gun, by the way. This has been giving me problems. I need a new gun. Come on. the box by adding hot glue to all the edges here where the glass meet. This is also going to help to cover the sharp edges. For my last glass that I'm going to place on top, I'm only going to add glue to the sides because I don't want any of the gooey or bulky glue to be on the front of the box. So I'm going to again add some E6000 to the middle, and then I'm going to add the hot glue to the other two sides. I do have a little bit of a gap back here, but no worries, we are going to close that in. We'll close that up with some hot glue. As long as the gap is not so big, it's okay. And this is going to be the back area, so no problem. I'm going to use these two ribbons to cover up the imperfections around the edges of the box. I'm going to use this blue ribbon, which has pink, blue, light blue, and dark blue polka dots, which I thought was perfect for this project. And then I have this pink ribbon. I'm going to start with my pink ribbon, and I'm just going to cut two strips, one for the front and one for the back of the box. I'm going to measure and cut. To glue onto the box, you want it to be halfway on the top and halfway to the bottom. As you can see, I've already placed the blue ribbon on this side of the box, and that's because I was trying to find an easier way to place the ribbon on the box, and I found it. So here it is. First thing you're going to do is apply the double-sided tape on the box. So you're going to apply the tape 3/4 that way and 1/4 this way. So you're going to have a little bit more on one side than the other. Then you're going to get another strip of tape and you're going to do the same, except that you're going to do a little bit more on this side than this way. So 3/4 this way and 1/4 that way. Same here right on top, 3/4 on the top and 1/4 at the bottom. And then for the bottom strip, I'm going to do 3/4 at the bottom and 1/4 at the top. So like that, it will be the same size as the ribbon. Now you can apply a little bit of the hot glue to the bottom. And then you are going to place your ribbon. Then you're gonna have these corners where you have to tuck, and you're just going to glue that down with some hot glue. And here's how the box looks like now. As you can see, I decided to add blue ribbon to the bottom of the box instead of the pink because I didn't want it to be too feminine. I want it to remain neutral. And I did the same to this side. I added pink instead of the blue because again, I wanted to keep it neutral. And now I'm going to move on to the next step. For my next step, I'm going to be using 5-inch balloons in the color pink and blue, and I'm going to be using my balloon buddy from Party City. I got this some time ago for $19.99. For balloons this size, it's very hard to blow them up on your own. So the balloon buddy is always very helpful. You can also buy a pump, which I think is probably about $9.99. But this balloon buddy, I mean, I love it. I mean, I don't ever blow up any balloons. This is, well, I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do. But yeah, but if you have one of these, you don't have to worry about blowing up balloons. But this is so helpful. So so here are all the balloons I could stuff in the box. I have to arrange them once I place them on the table because I don't want to be able to see the end or the opening of the balloon because I'm crazy like that. But you know, if you don't mind it, that's fine. But I'm a little bit OCD, so I kind of don't want to see them, which is going to make my job harder, but that's all right. For the top of my box, I'm going to be using this girl or boy gender reveal balloons from Party City. They were $3.99 for 15 balloons, and they are 12 inches, which they were a bit smaller, but this is what they had, and this is what I'm going to use. So, all right, let's blow them up. Here I have 2 balloons that I blew up to about 10 inches. I'm going to tie them up with a little bit of this ribbon, but you can tie them up with whatever you have at home. I'm going to apply hot glue to the middle of the box so I can glue down the balloons. I'm going to use some of this ribbon to cover up the middle section here in between the balloons. You can see the glue and it doesn't look too nice, so we're going to use this to cover that up. Now I'm going to add a little more of this white ribbon so I can add a little more pop of fun to the arrangement. Okay guys, this is it. This is my gender reveal centerpiece and I love it. I have literally spent half an hour arranging the ribbons on this arrangement. As you can see, now the ribbons are all to the front. And right now I'm satisfied. I'm sure that by the time I place this on the table, it's going to look different. Here's a few things that you can do because this is totally up to your taste. You can place a bow here if you like, but I do recommend that you buy a wider ribbon if you're going to place a bow here. You can also place more balloons right on top. I didn't because you can only fit 2 more balloons, one right here and one back there. And that means that you will have to pick whether you're going to place a girl or a boy in the back. So I decided to just leave it as is to remain neutral. And what I like about this arrangement is that you can actually use this as your gender reveal moment, where you can add some confetti in the color blue or in the color pink on both of the balloons, and then you can pop it and just reveal the gender of your baby. Also, what I like about this arrangement down here is that, you know, some people might think it's a clue. They might want to count how many pink balloons or how many blue balloons you have in there. In there I have 16 balloons. So it's pretty even, but if you do want to give people a clue or be a little sneaky, you can add more blue or you can add more pink just to give it a little clue. Yeah, I really adore this centerpiece. I think it's beautiful and I hope you like it as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked the video and make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Also, make sure to check out the TyraPerezProject.com for more inspiration and to check out my store. Until next time, bye guys.